guys, welcome back. So today is going to be my 41-week pregnancy update. I really hoped I would never be making this video, let's be honest. I hoped I'd never make it to 40 weeks, but I did. So I am actually filming this a few hours before I turn 41 weeks technically, but I wanted to get it up for you guys just in the case that the baby comes before I have a chance to edit this and everything. So let's go ahead and start. I did have an appointment today at 40 weeks and 6 days. I thought that was weird because I'm supposed to be induced, so I'm like, what difference does it make if I'm dilated or I'm not dilated or whatever? But they did go ahead and do an ultrasound. They didn't do an ultrasound for size. They didn't measure the baby. They still guesstimated she'd be in the upper 8-pound region of weight. So still kind of a big baby, but not so big for being a week or two overdue. My induction is still scheduled for tomorrow, May 23rd. That's why I'm going to try to get this up soon. They did check the baby's heartbeat, vitals, and her position. Everything looks perfect. She's head down in a good position. They didn't do a non-stress test because they didn't think they needed to. They just watched for movement on her for a certain number of movements during the time they had the ultrasound going. They looked for her practice breathing, so like her rising and falling or moving of her chest or diaphragm or something inside to make sure she was practice breathing. And she is. They checked how much amniotic fluid I had, and I think it was supposed to be between 5 and 20. I don't know what the units was, but mine was 17, so I was still perfectly fine. They wouldn't medically have to induce me at 41 weeks. They would let me go up until 42, like if I really wanted to, but they're going to go ahead and induce anyway. So let's see, the appointment, they did check my cervix, and I didn't really progress that much. I'm 3 centimeters and about 70% of face still, which is kind of a bummer because they said 2 to 3 centimeters and 60 to 70% of face last week. So in 6 days, I've moved like half a centimeter. I was like, so I'm so glad I have an induction scheduled because that would have been very disheartening. Like you feel like so frustrated, so pregnant, and just miserable, you know. I'm just uncomfortable more than anything, and I've been feeling a lot of pressure down there, and just like she wants out, I want her out, but like she doesn't know how, and I don't know how, and so we're just like in this together trying to figure it out, you know. So I have gained about 25 pounds officially, and they did go ahead and do another membrane sweep today. So I wanted to talk about that because in my last pregnancy update, I had just had one, so I wasn't sure like how it was going to happen, what the after effects were. So at the day I turned 40 weeks, I had a membrane sweep done where they like go inside your cervix and like sweep all around, and they separate your uterus, I think it is, from something. Let me check that. So I just Googled it to make sure I told you right. A membrane sweep, it says stripping membranes, sometimes called membrane sweeping, is a method used to try to start labor. The healthcare provider puts her or his finger into the cervix, the mouth of the uterus, and uses the finger to gently separate the bag of water from the side of the uterus near the cervix. Okay, so they did that at the day I turned 40 weeks, and then they did it again when I was 40 weeks and 6 days to see if it would start labor on its own. Even though I'm going to be induced, they'd rather me go on my own. It's very uncomfortable, very unpleasant. I do not like it. Last time I bled for a couple of days afterwards. I had spotted, you know, not enough to need to wear a pad or anything, but just enough to be like, ooh, every time I wiped there was a little bit of blood. For a couple of days, and I felt sore and achy. And then today, again, when she did it, I bled again, and it was not pleasant. I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to do that again. But she said, you know, you'd rather go on your own. Inductions tend to be slower, and there are a lot of perks to, you know, not being induced. So I was like, okay, well, I'm scheduled to be induced in less than 24 hours, but if you think that there's a chance that doing a sweep right now would help me progress between now and then, let's do it. So I went through the 1 minute of discomfort in order to hopefully not need to be induced. We'll see. Here I am, still pregnant. And then after the membrane sweep last week, I did lose my mucus plug. Fast forward if you guys don't want to hear any of the gruesome details, but I have heard that the mucus plug can be all kinds of different colors and different, like it can be like snot, it can be red, it can be the bloody show, it can be black, it can be pink, brown, it can be all kinds of different colors, and it can come out in different quantities. It could be like one big chunk, or it can be runny, like snot. It can be a little bit at a time for over weeks. It can happen several weeks before you give birth, or it can happen the day of. Some women never lose it. So it really isn't any indication that losing your mucus plug means the baby's coming. But I mean, it's going to come out at some point, right? So she did the mucus plug, or she did the membrane sweep. I bled for a couple days. And then about 2 days later, I lost my mucus plug. It was just like snot, clear, slimy stuff. And then, so that's just something different, something to note. But obviously that was a few days ago, still pregnant, so it didn't do anything. So we're just kind of waiting, and I feel a lot of discomfort. We have tried some natural labor induction methods, just for kind of fun. I don't know if they'll actually work, but I had my husband try the acupressure, not acupuncture, but just having him, like, there's a spot like here you're supposed to massage in between the thumb and the pointer finger, place on the calf, a place on the back of the heel, that are supposed to maybe induce labor. I mean, I don't know if I believe them, but it was worth a shot. So we tried that. They also say lots of sex, and I'm like, you don't feel very sexy when you're 41 weeks pregnant, I'll tell you that, but okay, if it's worth a shot. Oxytocin is what your body like creates when you a lot of hugging and kissing and being close and stuff. So even if you don't have sex, it's still good to like create that naturally. So just being around your significant other and hugging and kissing and being close. So like, okay, worth a shot, you know. Also, oxytocin is the natural form, and pitocin is the synthetic form of the same hormone that they give you when you're in labor or need to progress in labor or they're being induced. So I didn't know that oxytocin and pitocin are almost the same thing. One is natural and one is synthetic. So that was kind of interesting to learn this week. Also, spicy foods. I tried that. I tried pineapple. Been doing a lot of walking. Like 7,000 steps, 10,000 steps a day. Feeling really good about that. Doing a lot of, walking and swelling, unfortunately. I've been feeling mostly tired. I took like 2 naps on Sunday, 2 naps on Monday. But basically, I just don't sleep that well at night. So I take an early morning nap because I wake up at like 5, maybe 6 a.m. So I take a nap at like 8 in the morning. After I like had my breakfast, we walk the dog, whatever. Then I take a nap. And then I go about my day, do whatever around lunchtime. And then I take an afternoon nap as well, like around 2 or 3 p.m. So I guess that's good because I'm a napper anyway. So maybe the baby schedule having me up a lot at night, if I can still nap, I might be all right. I don't know. Gives me hope. I did have my last day of work, May 19th, a Friday afternoon. So I just went ahead and took Monday off. By taking one personal day on Monday, I was able to extend my maternity leave kind of sort of by 3 days, like leave on Friday afternoon feeling like, okay, I'm done till July, rather than having to work Monday. And Monday would have been rough because I had a doctor's appointment and I had physical therapy in the afternoon. So it would have just been like 3 hours of doctor's appointments. Like, how am I going to get in a full 8 hours? And I'm tired. I wouldn't have gotten 2 naps, that I can tell you. But yeah, let me show you my bump from 9 weeks. This is my belly from the left side on 9 weeks. Just for fun, this is, and then this is about 41 weeks pregnant. As you can see, a lot of belly, a lot more belly. It has been growing and growing and growing. I don't feel like she's dropped anymore. I just feel big. Feel uncomfortable. I feel out of breath. That's the gist of it. The physical therapist, that I've been seeing for my hands not being, like I can't bend my fingers lock up. Like I can't bend this thumb any more than that without like assistance from my other hand. My fingers lock up and I can't make a fist and I can't grip things and I drop things, and I've been doing my exercises. He seems convinced that if I get some anti-inflammatory medication like ibuprofen, Motrin, something like that, after birth, I should be feeling better within a week or so. So I'm probably not going to go anymore. I didn't make any more appointments. I usually go 3 times a week. I had an appointment today and then I'm not going anymore. So when I left, they're like, we hope we never see you again. I'm like, thanks. I've been going 3 times a week since March. So it's kind of nice leaving there thinking there's a chance I will never have to come back here because it hurts. I mean, they adjust my neck. I get like little, I don't know what you call them, like ultrasound, like they massage everything. They stretch me. I do all these exercises that push me and hurt. So we'll see. I hope I don't have to go back, but they did say I can bring the baby, if I need to. Just put her in a little car seat and take her around with me at physical therapy if I feel like I need to go after I give birth. But I'll try to wait a week or 2 and see if it gets better on its own. I'll just keep doing my exercises at home by myself. I haven't really had many contractions. I've had like 1 or 2 in the last week. I had more contractions in week 38 than I had in week 40. And so no real false alarms, no time where I was like, this is it. No, I had more of those in week 38, and now nothing. I've been going into like hyper nesting mode. Like, there was nesting mode, which I had several weeks ago. Then there's like what I've been doing now. Like, there was no actual reason for me to do this, but I just like got the hose out and hosed down our fake grass, like our artificial grass in our backyard. Now, I mean, it does rinse away like pee from the dog or whatever, but I have never done that. In the 3 years we've been in our house, that's always been something my husband's done. I just couldn't sit still anymore. And I know like he didn't feel well. He didn't want to go out. It was really hot out. He had a headache, and I was just like, I can't sit on the couch anymore. And I just like got the hose and started hosing down the lawn. And he's like, okay, you're weird. I was like, we got to do this. So we like brushed the dog's teeth, gave the dog a bath. Like I, did 2 loads of laundry before bed. I washed linens that probably didn't need to be washed. They were just washed, but I just needed to. We got a lot of administrative stuff that we need to do, like little bills, things that came in. But yeah, I've just been like, I can't sit still. And so I'm happy to have this video to edit. I also filmed today the Sephora Playbox for May. I just got that today, so I'm going to film that and get it up. And I have my I'm in labor video, which I've been waiting to put up. I thought I'd put it up about 2 weeks ago. Keep in mind my C-section for the breech baby, which has been canceled, was scheduled for May 10th. So if you're seeing this on May 23rd, I'm still pregnant. I think that's part of why I feel so impatient, but I'd rather her come on her own. I don't think it's going to happen. We've read the statistics online, just like using certain websites, and they will say like it's about a 5% chance that she'll come between now and when I have the induction scheduled for. So probably not going to happen. Look out for my I'm in labor video. It's coming soon. I probably won't post it until I'm like actually in like labor, like pushing mode, like we're almost done, because I know that being induced can take a couple of days, so I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. And also, I don't want people bugging me, like texting me, messaging me, like, does she have, I want to see a picture, like, leave me alone, But that's the truth. I'm not sure what I want when I'm in labor. I've never been in that much pain. And I asked the doctor, when can I have pain meds? When can I get pain relief? When will you give me the epidural? If I'm getting induced, are you going to give me... She was like, you're going to be uncomfortable. Like, we're not just going to give you the epidural the moment you get here, because then you're strapped to the bed, and then you can't move and you get... I'm like, okay. So she said we can give you some IV pain meds to take the edge off the pain, but, the epidural doesn't come until much later. So I was like, boo. She's like, you're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be in pain. And I just don't know how I'm going to do, because I have never been in this kind of pain before. Worst case, I have dislocated my elbow when I was like 15. And I've gotten like dental procedures, but even with the dental procedures, they gave me pain meds. And then I got to go home right afterwards. I went to sleep and I was fine. Like, this could be like 6 weeks of this or 2 days of that or something. So I don't know, guys. I'm a little nervous, but I am planning on getting the epidural and whatever pain meds they'll offer me. I know they are not risk-free, but definitely hoping for as pain-free or as little pain as possible for this delivery. Wish me luck, and look out for the labor and delivery story coming up soon, and the I'm in labor video. I also filmed a video about things that happen, just to be kind of funny things that happen when you are overdue. How people call you, how everyone asks, are you still pregnant? And you're like, yes, like, trust me, I'll let you know. But so I filmed that. I have a what's in my hospital bag. I have lots of different videos pre-filmed and ready to go for you guys. So stay tuned, and thanks for following along on the pregnancy journey. My entire pregnancy playlist is down below. I think it's like 30 videos now. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.